You're listening to The Paranormal Void, a podcast about hauntings, demons, aliens, cryptids, unsolved mysteries, strange phenomena, eerie locations, and all those things that go bump in the night. I'm your host, Andy Connell. Just beyond the shores of Mono Lake, on the eastern side of the Sierras, lies the town of Leavining. Originally home to some Paiute people known as the Kadikaa, this sleepy little town became a rest stop for Union soldiers led by Lieutenant Treadwell Moore. Moore was tasked with capturing Chief Tenaya, but was never successful. As time went on, more and more people came to Leavining after gold had been discovered. The building that became the Mono Inn was originally a stagecoach stop and housed travelers in search of that gold and opportunity. The Mono Inn operated as an inn and hotel and rest stop until 1996, when it was purchased by the family of Ansel Adams and converted into a restaurant. Every town has its ghost stories, and this one is no different. This evening, I'm joined by someone who actually had an experience. Dave, welcome to the show.
Well, thanks for having me here, Andy. It's nice to be here.
Right, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, born in 1953, 68 years old. We used to go to Mono Inn just about every year when I was a kid on our way to Yosemite. We'd stop there on the way up, go to Yosemite, stop on the way back. We'd go up to Yosemite when it was just still a dirt road. And Mono was nothing but nothing. It was still like a rest stop almost. Dirt roads, old-fashioned gas pump out front. Nothing to do there, nothing at all, a dead lake.
So, about how long has your family been visiting the area?
Like I said, I remember going there since I was, ever since I was like, probably before I was 7 years old. So I'm 68 now, so 60 years.
Can you walk us through and describe the Mono Inn and the room you stayed in?
Well, it was kind of right off through 95. It was like a long dirt road. You'd have like these little, like miniature cottages. And there was about, I don't know, maybe 6 of them, maybe. And they're all small and just old-fashioned, even by those days' standards. They were still, if you walked in, it still looked old. And it was just always hot. We always went, like July, August, so it was extremely hot when we went there. No air conditioning, nothing. Like I said before, dead lake. Nothing for my brother and I or sister to do. But my mom and dad knew the owners, and they had a nice bar there. So our big treat was they'd take us out to dinner like one night before we went to Yosemite. But the rest of the time, my mom and dad, they were in the bar. They were having a good old time. And we were just stuck in the room.
What was the motel like after dark?
Dark, no lights, just totally dark unless the moon was out. And there was like a little stream behind it. Behind the Mono Inn, there's a little stream about probably a foot deep, maybe a foot across. And anyway, beyond that, there was like big trees. I don't know what kind they were, but they would just whistle at night, and it sounded like a freight train coming through there. We thought the trees were going to fall over. It'd scare us at night. Just hearing those things just whistle, and a lot of noise, just a lot of noise.
So beyond that, you actually experienced a haunting there, right?
Yes, I did.
Do you care to elaborate on that?
Sure, why not? Yeah, like I said, when I went to bed, and I don't know what time it was in the morning or not, whatever. And I remember sleeping in this old big brass bed, old-fashioned big brass bed. all to myself. I don't know where my brother and sister were. Maybe they're in the other one. But anyway, I remember just something woke me up, and I laid up in bed, and there was a figure right in front of me of a Union soldier, sword, hat, beard, the whole thing, and he just appeared there for about 3 or 4 seconds, and then it just vanished. But it wasn't like a real person. It was kind of like you could almost like see through him. But it wasn't really like he was looking at me. He was kind of like looking off to the side or whatever. But I was looking straight at him, and then he just disappeared. But it didn't scare me at all. I don't know why, but it didn't scare me one bit. So I laid back down, and I was hoping that he'd come back, but it never did.
So during this time, what was going through your mind?
Disbelief. At first I just couldn't believe that, really believing what I'm seeing. Because I was just a kid, you know what I'm seeing. But I believe what I believe, and I believe I saw it to this very day.
So how did it make you feel when you saw that? Not scared, but was there a sense of I know you
Calm.
already said
I felt calm.
Calm.
I felt calm and not afraid, not one bit afraid. If I saw it nowadays, maybe it'd be different, but back then it just had like a calming effect, and I just was not afraid at all. I wanted it to come back, like I said.
Do you think there was a reason for this haunting? Like maybe this spirit, whoever it was, wanted to communicate something?
Maybe it was, no, I don't know if it wanted to communicate. It might have been like it was looking for something.
If you could have asked this ghost any question, what would it be?
What are you looking for?
So you would probably try to help him.
Yeah, I mean, what do you look? He's out, looking for his wife, another soldier that died. Who knows? Somebody he killed? I don't know. It looked like he was looking for something.
Did anybody else in your group experience anything similar? Did they?
No.
No? Did you share your experience?
No, I never did.
Why not?
I don't know why. You know what? I probably just forgot about it. Maybe the next day. I just forgot about it. We were going to Yosemite the next day, and I was like just excited about going there. So I just totally forgot about this. Besides, my brother and sister, they would have just laughed at me anyway. So rather than do that to myself, I just let it go.
What did you take away from this experience? How did it impact you? And did it impact your life in any way? Did it change you?
I believe there's ghosts out there, I guess. But that's the last time I've ever seen it. First and only time. I can't say only, but I've never seen anything since remotely near to what I saw.
Given the chance, would you go back to the Mono Inn, and would you stay there overnight again?
If it was the way it is now or the way it was then?
If it was originally how it was originally for you.
Originally?
Yeah.
No way.
Out of fear, or just because you wouldn't want to stay there?
It was just because it was like I said, it was just a rest stop. It's nowhere you really wanted to stay. It's just that's why people just would pass through. Like I said, there was nothing there. Not even a lake to fish at.
Do you think there's been any other hauntings at the motel, or any?
At that motel?
Yeah.
None that I've heard of.
When I was doing my research, I noticed there was not a whole lot about hauntings in this area, but around the Sierras there are tons of hauntings. Yosemite National Park, Bishop, California, June Lake. There's a bar in June Lake that I believe it's the Tiger Bar.
Yeah, there's the only bar in June Lake, I think.
Yeah, but I mean but that area specifically where Mono Lake is very, very rich in history, and I was surprised I didn't see anything else. Just beyond the shores of Mono Lake,